We are back. I was just putting my coffee down there. And we are back with a friend of mine and former neighbor, Jennifer Lopata. So good to see you.
So great to be here.
Yes, and Jennifer has an incredible background in education, and which has led her to a new venture. And I was looking at your bio, Jennifer, and you've got a lot of, you're an MSW and an LCSW. You've worked with emotionally disturbed adolescents. Tell us a little bit about your background, first of all.
Yes, I feel so fortunate to have the diversity in my background. First of all, on a personal level, I have 3 beautiful children, and I'm married for 23 years, and we learn so much from our own children as we go.
Say, just that alone is such an accomplishment.
Yes, it
3
is.
kids and married 23 years.
Yes.
Where's the awards?
Those evolving relationships. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. We learn so much. Originally, my undergraduate background was at UCLA in the field of sociology. Mm-hmm. Got my bachelor's degree at UCLA. Felt that I had such a love of the helping profession and working with groups and different cultures and people with different challenges. So when I utilized some of that background in terms of making my decision, I moved forward into my graduate degree in social work. I got my master's in social work at USC. And then after that, actually during that process, there's a field placement both years. One, I started out at Children's Institute International. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't.
So that's, I did primarily case management there, and the case management was helping the families, with multiple challenges, access resources.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that was really interesting, and I was quite a young practitioner at that time, so it was challenging but very exciting. And then I moved on to the help group, which is just a phenomenal organization, as you know.
Which, for those of you that don't know, we've done a lot on the help group here on autism-live. Is I think the largest school for kids on the spectrum in the country, and certainly one of the most highly thought of schools.
Yes.
And
with
we've had
many different campuses.
Many
here
different
in Los
campuses
Angeles.
for many levels of functioning.
Yes.
And so, what did you do with the help group?
At the help group, I was originally at my field placement, and thankfully I was hired on afterwards. I had a full caseload of learning disabled children, severely emotionally disturbed adolescents. I had developmentally disabled kids.
I imagine many with the diagnosis
Many with
of
the
autism.
autism, PDD. And I really loved the school setting. I loved, which I feel has really transcended into my work with Synergy Academics and development
We're going to get into that. Which is your new.
Let's talk about Synergy Academics.
What are you doing
What is
with
it?
that?
Okay, so Synergy Academics it's an exciting launch. I had a former company about 7 or 8 years, utilized all of my skills and my areas of expertise from my former company and launched Synergy. And what we are is a comprehensive learning center where we do one-on-one tutoring in multiple subjects. We do SAT and ACT prep. We do college admissions counseling. And we also just have a wonderful study center, which is kind of more or less like a homework club, like a homework help, providing services to kids that maybe need help with time management, with organizational skills, with having the predictability of our environment to be able to come in and maybe not necessarily be as accountable to the parent and have maybe more of a neutral party to help monitor their homework completion, provide help when necessary, allowing for the independence, but also like an independent kind of group environment, but by the same token have the assistance of our proctors and trained tutors.
Which is great because oftentimes, as we know, it's a struggle with our kids with homework.
Yes.
And the parent figure can be, set up that adversarial dynamic sometimes.
Absolutely.
I mean, the child is often not as
Absolutely.
cooperative. So is Synergy, when did you launch it? it's new, isn't it? This is a new
Yes,
center.
it is a new center.
And is it here in Los Angeles only? Or is there
Currently, the main location, kind of the anchor, is a West Hills location on Fallbrook.
Okay. West
Between
Hills and
Victory and
Los
West Hills and Los
Angeles.
Angeles. We are starting to offer remote locations where, let's say you discover that your child has a history test or something the next day. You didn't know about it.
Right.
Where do we find help? Okay, we
Okay.
go on. I have a mobile app now. So
great.
we go on the mobile app. Which tutors are available? Where can I find them? And you can kind of pay as you go.
So first of all, how can people, we're going to do this a couple of times in the interview, how do people reach you? How do they find you? What's the website?
Okay, so the website is synergyacademics.com.
Okay.
www.synergyacademics.com.
Okay.
Or certainly by phone, 818-888-8665.
Say it again, slower.
818-888-8665.
Okay.
We also, on our website, we can be available by email through our website.
Okay.
And certainly we can schedule on the website as well.
Okay,
right.
We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back and talk with you more about some of the success you guys have been having.
Yes.
And we want to talk about the fact that this is not just for individuals who are on the spectrum, which I think is great,
Right.
but that you can bring a child who's on the autism spectrum and do this, and we'll talk about
Absolutely.
why that's particularly great in our opinion.